Fishing is one of the most relaxing and rewarding hobbies you can enjoy on your yacht. Whether you are looking for a fun way to spend a day with your family and friends, or you want to challenge yourself and catch some trophy fish, fishing from your yacht can offer you an unforgettable experience. But how do you catch the biggest and best fish from your yacht? What are the best techniques, equipment, and locations for yacht fishing? In this video, we will answer these questions and give you some tips and tricks to help you land the fish of your dreams. One of the most important factors that will determine your success in yacht fishing is choosing the right fishing gear. Depending on the type, size, and behavior of the fish you are targeting, you will need different rods, reels, lines, hooks, lures, and baits. Here are some general guidelines to help you choose the right fishing gear for yacht fishing. Rods. You will need a rod that is strong enough to handle the weight and fight of the fish, but also flexible enough to absorb the shocks and vibrations. A good rule of thumb is to use a rod that is about 10% longer than the length of your yacht. For example, if your yacht is 40 feet long, you should use a rod that is about 44 feet long. This will give you enough leverage and control over the fish. You can also use shorter rods for trolling or casting, but make sure they are sturdy and have a fast action. Reels. You will need a reel that has a smooth drag system, a large line capacity, and a high gear ratio. A smooth drag system will help you prevent line breakage and fish loss. A large line capacity will allow you to fish deeper and farther, and a high gear ratio will help you retrieve line faster and fight the fish more effectively. You can choose between spinning reels or conventional reels, depending on your preference and skill level. Spinning reels are easier to use and more versatile, but conventional reels are more powerful and durable. Lines. You will need a line that is strong enough to withstand the abrasion and tension of the fish, but also thin enough to reduce water resistance and visibility. A good rule of thumb is to use a line that is about 10% stronger than the weight of the fish you are targeting. For example, if you are targeting a 100-pound tuna, you should use a line that is rated for 110 pounds. You can also use braided lines or monofilament lines, depending on your preference and fishing technique. Braided lines are stronger and more sensitive, but monofilament lines are more flexible and less visible. Hooks. You will need a hook that is sharp enough to penetrate the mouth of the fish, but also large enough to prevent the fish from swallowing it or escaping. A good rule of thumb is to use a hook that is about 10% smaller than the width of the mouth of the fish you are targeting. For example, if you are targeting a 10-inch snapper, you should use a hook that is about 9 inches long. You can also use different types of hooks, such as circle hooks, J-hooks, or treble hooks, depending on your preference and fishing technique. Circle hooks are more likely to hook the fish in the corner of the mouth, J-hooks are more likely to hook the fish in the jaw or throat, and treble hooks are more likely to hook multiple parts of the fish. Lures. You will need a lure that matches the color, shape, size, and movement of the natural prey of the fish you are targeting. A good rule of thumb is to use a lure that mimics the most abundant and active prey in the area where you are fishing. For example, if you are fishing in an area where there are many squid, you should use a lure that looks like a squid. You can also use different types of lures, such as spoons, plugs, jigs, or soft plastics, depending on your preference and fishing technique. Spoons are shiny metal lures that reflect light and create vibrations. Plugs are hard plastic lures that imitate swimming or diving actions. Jigs are weighted lures that bounce along the bottom or mid-water column. And soft plastics are flexible lures that resemble worms or other creatures. Baits. You will need a bait that attracts the fish by its smell, taste, or appearance. A good rule of thumb is to use a bait that is fresh, natural, and alive. For example, if you are fishing for marlin, you should use live bait fish such as mackerel or mullet. You can also use different types of baits, such as cut baits, whole baits, or artificial baits, depending on your preference and fishing technique. Cut baits are pieces of fish or other animals that release blood and scent. Whole baits are intact fish or other animals that look more realistic. And artificial baits are synthetic or processed materials that mimic natural baits. The final factor that will determine your success in yacht fishing is choosing the right fishing location. Depending on the type, size, and behavior of the fish you are targeting, you will need different fishing locations to find them. Here are some of the best fishing locations for yacht fishing. Offshore fishing is fishing in deep waters that are far from the shore. Offshore fishing is ideal for targeting big game fish that roam the open ocean, such as tuna, marlin, swordfish, or shark. Offshore fishing offers you the opportunity to catch some of the biggest and most exciting fish in the world. To offshore fish effectively, you will need to use a large yacht that can handle rough seas and long distances, and equip it with safety gear and navigation devices. You will also need to use trolling or jigging techniques with large lures or baits, and follow clues such as birds, debris, currents, or temperature breaks to locate fish. Nearshore fishing is fishing in shallow waters that are close to the shore. Nearshore fishing is ideal for targeting coastal fish that inhabit reefs, islands, bays, or estuaries, such as snapper, grouper, mahi-mahi, or tarpon. Nearshore fishing offers you the chance to catch some of the most delicious and diverse fish in the world. To nearshore fish effectively, you will need to use a small yacht that can maneuver easily and access shallow areas, and equip it with fishing gear and accessories. You will also need to use bottom fishing or casting techniques with small lures or baits, and follow clues such as structures, vegetation, or tide changes to locate fish. Inshore fishing is fishing in very shallow waters that are within sight of the shore. Inshore fishing is ideal for targeting flats fish that feed on the sandy or grassy bottom, such as bonefish, permit, or redfish. Inshore fishing offers you the thrill of sight fishing and the challenge of stealth and accuracy. To inshore fish effectively, you will need to use a kayak, a paddle board, or a skiff that can float in shallow water and avoid spooking the fish, and equip it with light fishing gear and polarized sunglasses. You will also need to use casting or fly fishing techniques with small lures or flies, and follow clues such as tails, wakes, or mud clouds to locate fish. Yacht fishing is a great way to enjoy the beauty and bounty of the ocean. By choosing the right fishing gear, technique, and location, you can catch the biggest and best fish from your yacht. Whether you are a beginner or an expert, yacht fishing can offer you an adventure that you will never forget. So what are you waiting for? Grab your rod and reel, hop on your yacht, and head out to the sea. You never know what you might catch. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new about the world of luxury. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below. We would love to hear your feedback and suggestions for future videos. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video. We have more exciting and fascinating videos coming your way soon. Until then, stay tuned and stay luxurious.